your host, JD. If you're new, please do smash that like button, share, and definitely subscribe. If you're a member of the channel, massive respect to you lot. And how to become a member, please do click the join button if it's available to you, and then YouTube will help you along the way to get the service completed. So massive respect to all of you lot. What we have on the menu for today is UCL, both results from yesterday, amazing. All right, and some predictions for today. A lot of crying will take place, so let me leave that part. Reggae Boyz abroad, because we have a lot of persons that performed as well. All right, and then we had some comments that we might have to respond to, based on yesterday's video. So that's how the program will run. All right, yes, I think Pastor might turn up if that's the case. But anyways, let me start right into it. So PSG, because I had made a prediction, and both of my predictions came through. Would you say that? Or I would say that I had left the Barcelona PSG one open, because I said Barcelona is not so sturdy at home. All right, so I'm not going to jump to say that they are a sure win. All right, and in the end, they have gotten defeated 4-1 by PSG. All right, yes, massive results. All right, you have Dembele, Ousmane Dembele came back to earth and aunt Barcelona. Rafinha scored in the 12th minute, looking like everything would have been smooth sailing as usual. All right, but a massive red card changed the entire game. Arroyo had gotten red carded very early in the game. So if PSG never won this game, people would have looked at them sideways. We have to be honest. People would have looked at them sideways, because there's no way you should be losing to 10 players, which is immensely early in the game, because Arroyo got the professional red card from 29th minute in the game. 29 minutes in the game. So that's a long time to play with 9 outfield players. All right, and we have to give credit to PSG as well. They are in Spain, and they looked like they were up for it from day one. And we have to respect that. In total, they had 21 shots, 9 on target, and had 6 blocks, and created 6 big chances and missed 3 out of that, and still scored 4 goals. All right, the goals came from Ousmane, came back in the 40th minute to tie it 1-1. All right, and then Vitina scored in the 54th minute, and then it's not going to be a PSG show if Mbappe is not on the list. So Mbappe scored in the 61st and also in the 89th as well. So massive result for PSG. All right. Yes. So let me give you the big up right here. We have Standard Jury in the building. Massive respect, Standard Jury. Thanks for the continuous support. Then we have Lee in the building. Massive respect. We have Chevron Peart in the building as well. Big up yourself, Chevron Peart. Thanks for being here. Today is going to the citizens. Just hold on, Standard Jury. A lot of people here, they will come and eat, but obviously they have to listen to what I'm saying first before they start eating. Big up yourself, Ernest Murray. Massive respect as well. So I had that in the talk, to say that it would not be because Barcelona won the first leg, they are automatically through. I had the same feeling, and it proved me right yet again, and most of the persons in the chat. So I want to give you guys all of that credit to say that you don't think Barcelona would have won it at home. Omzo, we have to give Omzo credit as well, because Omzo, I think Owen might be. Yes. And then now, the next one that I was sure of, that I think me and some others got right as well. Dortmund versus Atletico. A lot of you guys told me that, because I had said the 2-1 in Spain was the worst result for Atletico right there. And I do believe that Dortmund will turn it around, because that last goal that scored, based on how they looked in Spain, I do believe that Atletico would have found it extremely difficult. And extremely difficult indeed they found that thing. All right. Overall, they had a good position in the game, 48% to 52 in favor of Dortmund. 19 shots to 10, 9 on target, and 6 blocks. That's for Dortmund itself, and Dortmund himself created um, 3 big chances and missed all 3. Um, Atletico created 4 big chances, missed 3 out of that. But Dortmund scored some vital goals. They scored 4 on the day, and Atletico only could have scored 2. All right. Yes, so it ended on 5-4 at this point, and all of these guys on the same bracket. So each 2-2 games played at the same day will be in the same bracket. So this means because this was the quarterfinals, so the semifinals will be PSG versus Dortmund. That will be the semifinals. All right, that will be the semifinals, people. All right, yes. Morning, Daniel Fletcher. Massive respect coming in. Yeah, man, people, massive respect. Thanks for hitting the like on the share and subscribe. We have to go through these results because they are very much important. As you know, we are football first every single time. All right, so Dortmund, I got that one correct, and I think PSG will find a tough time with Dortmund as well. It's going to be a good showing. Look out for that matchup in the next round. All right, yes. So let me move over to the next games for today. Oh Lord. So let me start. Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich versus Arsenal. Because I think big up yourself, Pagan says, up Coach Daily, one Jamaica. Big up yourself. Thanks very much, Big Boss. All right. So Arsenal versus Bayern. It's very early. It's very early in the conversation. So I know most of the Arsenal fans are not here as yet. So it's good that I've talked about it right at the start. And I didn't have it in the title as well, So they don't know that I'm going to be talking about it. Yeah, I think most of them will say yes, they know. All right, because they said I'm bad minded in Arsenal. I understand, and I don't even care if you guys claim that. Okay. So, anyways, I know you don't think my team Arsenal have a chance. No, Daniel Fletcher, I have not said anything like that. I just said, let me go through it. So, anyways, we have suspensions and stuff. So I'm gonna go through everything, because remember, players are suspended, so maybe some areas of Bayern Munich is weaker. Obviously, it's an away game, so it makes it more in favor of the home team. You understand me? But you can close up, like for instance, Alfonso Davis. I thought they said he's suspended. So if he's suspended, that in itself is a big problem for Bayern right there. So that little home advantage might be diminishing by each suspension and stuff. All right, but at the same time, we could say that Arsenal has 2 bad results and in a row, and we tend to see last year when they had bad results. When they had bad results, it just goes straight down the drain. All right. So, are you saying that this style from Arsenal is the same thing this year? So last year they just really turned it off and switch it completely off. So you guys seeing the same thing of Arsenal switching it off and just going very, very, very poor from this point and losing majority of the games? Let me know, because remember everything is against them. To be honest, everything is kind of against them to not win this game. So what say you guys? What say you? Let me know. Let me give you the odds at this point. The odds is very close. It's saying 2.5 in favor of Bayern, but it's saying 2.7 for Arsenal as well. So it's saying that it's not going to be just a run over for Arsenal. For Bayern, it's going to be a close game. So what say you? For me, as what the commenter said, I don't believe that they are going to win. I tend to want to say that it's in favor slightly of Bayern. I saw that Bayern play the sit back and they look comfortable doing it. All right, so maybe people will say that I'm a professional hater. All right, no problem. But I think that I think Bayern will squeak it. It's not going to be the customary big score lines. It's not going to be the customary big score lines, but it's going to be a Bayern win, people. All right. So I think Arsenal UCL title charge stops here. All right. Yes, stops here for me. All right, let me see what people saying. Fletcher says, I know you don't think my team Arsenal have a chance. We have to we have a surprise for them today. And then we have Marlon Nelson in the building. Big up yourself, Marlon Nelson. How you doing, man? A man from Portland said, JD, look, I'm not getting notification. Don't worry yourself. I am trying to get the notifications to you guys. So don't worry yourself. Sometimes things happen for all sorts of reasons. But I'm flowing it out. That's why I have created all of my platforms so people can get the notifications once I'm live, Yeah. So let me try and share this for you right here so other people can get it. All right. So what say you guys? Give me some predictions. All right. Give me some predictions. Or are you looking at it? I am going with 2-1. 2-1. I know that these games are final games and it should be bigger score lines, but I'm going to stick with 2-1. I am going to stick with 2-1 Bayern Munich. 2-1 Bayern Munich I'm going with. One thing with you, but big boss, you always start the truth. Well, I'm always trying. I'm always trying to give as much information out. Some people that comprehends not the most will say that I'm biased. So you have other people have their own beliefs, and who am I to bad them up? I am not going to bad them up. I'm going to just say I don't think what they're saying is accurate. That's what I'm going to say still. All right, so we have Triple E in the building. Massive respect. Jason Guna in the building. Big up yourself as well. All right. All right, so that was Arsenal. So we have passed Arsenal. Thank God. Thank God we have passed Arsenal. So let me go to Manchester City now. Manchester City, Real Madrid. Manchester City, Real Madrid. I would say this is the best time Real Madrid looked poised to beat Manchester City. The best time. Previous they came back with Benzema them having a storming run, but I don't believe that was down to Manchester City. I truly believe that the quality of their forward players now and midfielders, defenders as well, they're a better team now. I think Real Madrid is a better team now than previous years. Period for me. Period for me. What say you guys? Let me know. I would say that's the case at this point. And it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one. What the odds is very much further because it's saying it's 1.6 for Manchester City to win this, and it's a 5. So they are saying that Real Madrid is 4 outside outside favorites to win this. I think that is too big and disrespect to Real Madrid still. All right. Yes, I Manchester City is very good, but I don't think Manchester City is already 4 points out from Real Madrid. I think Real Madrid players are very good. They play good on the road as well. So I'm not going to say it's a flat out one-sided game. No, no, no. That would be a lie, people. All right, I am not that delusional. I think it's going to be a close game, and I would say a 2-1 in favor of City because City have not really lost games at home. That is true. But at the same time, Real Madrid is a European champions, and they are not a team to play with because they have some of the best players in the world on the team. All right, so I will say that no, 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 I'm not going with that one, people. All right. Triple E says, so give me your predictions, guys, for Manchester City, Real Madrid. So I predicted Arsenal to get knocked out. Obviously, I've gotten 2 sets of predictions in a row. I've gotten weekend predictions. I don't hear anybody giving me credit for my predictions for this week. Both Champions League and the Premier League. So let's see if I'm gonna get it right today again. So Arsenal, Norma beaten at Bayern, they should pick up, and that should be enough for them. Um, not ten, but Norma beaten. All right, yes, and then after that now, Manchester City. Triple E says 3-2. I think I'm going to stick with her scoreline, Triple E. Um, I am going to go with 3-2 as well. I am sticking with 3-2. So I'm going 2-1, which can easily well go way more goals in that Arsenal Bayern game. But I'm just trying to play it safe and go 2-1. I'm going to play it safe, go 2-1. Because I still believe that it's going to be close. So I'm going to take the closer score line. All of the other games have had a lot more goals in it, and I just have a feeling that it's going to be a lot more goals. But I am going to take the 2-1 for Arsenal and 3-2 for City. Because City playing good, don't get me wrong, but I just believe that City, the back line, because of the switching, people getting injured over and over, I don't believe that cohesion and the between the back line itself of players rotation, right? And also the coach tweaking his system. Last year, they were trying to use four centre backs majority of the time and use the inverted three at the back, two in midfield, deeper line, and then the three in front of the two in deeper line midfield would have had a free room to do whatever they wanted to do. That's the system that he was trying to deploy last year. He kind of changed it back this year and stayed to a flat four majority of the time rather than bring them inside. All right, because of the injuries. So because of that now and every rotation, it was hard for him to keep a stable back, and that made City conceded too much goals, and I don't think they have gotten that gel together this season. So that's why I'm saying I still believe that they're going to concede in this game. All right, yes. So that's what I'm going with. Guys, it's going to be two very, very good games. All right, I am not going to take my eyes off that TV at all. All right. Bless up. Jason said, great prediction. I know he doesn't mean that. Yes, but it's okay. Bless up, bless up. Mitchell in the building. Arsenal UCL ends today. That's what we said, but they said we are bad minded, so it's hard for we to really get the credit. Yes. Then we have Dre any weather sport. Big up yourself. Hope all is well with you and the family. Then we have Omar Fowling. Big up yourself, Dan Sabine here. And who is this coming in? It is a pastor. Oh my God. All right. Then we have Demo. Bless up Edube. Edube. Oh my God. Demo, please, Demo, you don't watch African football. Stop coming over my other channel, especially when I'm doing African football. You're bringing my business over here, Demo. Stop it. First, you tell people, say, me use YouTube money for the buy van. No, you call up my business from the next channel. All right? I have my names because I am African. All right? So don't come and tell the Jamaican people in my business. And Pressa, big of yourself. Give me your predictions as well. People need to stand by their predictions so I can call them out. All right. Why didn't I get notification? Because Dre, in a way that we don't really business if people want to turn up. Them turn up whenever them turn up. All right. That's all algorithm like this channel because we don't send text invitation to everybody on planet Earth. All the dog them and say, please come and join JD. So when the algorithm believe that we are doing so good, they will send you it, and then you will turn up. And we don't desperate for it. So when you turn up, big boss, we respect when you turn up. All right, yeah, man. So the algorithm say if you turn up now, you turn up now, and that at the time. Maybe because we are gonna go over to the Jamaican argument, so that's what algorithm chose this time to send you the notification. Where's the one Demo? Demo, Pastor. Demo so silent. He's trying to trigger me off, for me to talk about anyway. Because Liverpool got a battering and they're going home as well. People, let me give you some information. To terrible the English teams them perform this year. I don't think they're gonna get any extra spots. They ain't get the coefficient not going their way. How embarrassing is that? For England to be a superpower footballing country, and they're actually they are not going to get the maximized amount of spots based on how they're performing now. How embarrassing is that, Pastor? Because the other day someone showed me the coefficient, and I think it was ESPN, and saying that based on how it's going now, the changing rules of UCL, they are planning how to grant the Premier League more spots, but based on their performances, they might not get all of those spots. And would you say it's deserved? Because I am saying, it is deserved, because last year, Italy had so much teams in. All of these teams are performing better than English teams in Europe, people.
Good morning to those on this live, those in the chat, and those who will rewatch. JD, I believe the gap has closed. You might not have the amount.
No, no, go ahead,
You might,
Pastor. Now the one Marlon
yeah,
coming go no English team making the semis.
but that is what it is turning out to be. That the English team, none of the English teams might be in the semis. So I would go on record and say the gap has closed, if not completely vanished.
Oh my God.
Um, while you might have more teams that can pack power punches in England, you certainly do not have them punching so far away from teams in Germany and Italy and Spain anymore. There are teams that have come up the ladder in a very marked way. As you referenced that Italy had good teams. Everybody is strengthening. Everybody is upping their game. And in a competitive field, this is to be expected. This brings for better quality, JD. So while I traditionally would cheer for the English teams, I kind of like Barcelona outside of England, and it's Juventus down in Italy.
Mm-hmm.
But that's about it. Um, I don't necessarily cheer for a German team, but I like what the football spectacle has become. Gone are the days when you can say, okay, this team is going to run away with it. No, you have to sit down and watch that and get excited and pull out your hair if you have hair and beat up your head top for those who feel that they want to punch more than pull. I mean, really, it's a good thing. The quality has improved significantly, so it makes the competition that much more rich. And I am leaning to agree with Marla. None of these teams look like they're going to make it to the semifinals, including your powerful City.
Okay, okay. All right. It's embarrassing though. It's embarrassing. People as they come in, please do hit like button. Let me go into
JD,
the comments right here to
I,
just
I
give
would
you.
I would I would challenge the term that it is embarrassing because it is supposed to be a level playing field. And so if I am serious about what I am doing, I'm supposed to be improving. So I don't want to. It is not that England has dropped off, It is that the other territories have caught up. So I don't think there's any embarrassment in it. But
Okay.
that's just me. That's my opinion basically.
All right. So yeah, respect for that. Respect for that. Let me just drop this right here. All right, so let me take the comments them right here. So we have Dockland just stepping, S Technic just stepping as well. I think it's going to be the end for City. Okay, so all right, the end for City as well. So nobody believed that the English team, damn. So we spend so much time I hype up the English team, and then all of a sudden everybody is uh talk. Oh my God! Wow. Dima said today is Wednesday, boss. Liverpool plays tomorrow. Yeah, but Dima, we have been looking for you for the whole time, and we have not seen you. So we're your bridging, so we're looking for you because you always pass through and say, "Walk one." But it looks like the beat where you get the other day because you were telling man in the chat, say, "Yo, there is no way on God Green's earth Liverpool losing that game." And we said, Demo, it is possible because Liverpool was kind of frail after getting that battering from Atalanta. You understand? It should have been 10 or should have been 8. Let me not say 10 because people said I'm exaggerating 2 goals, which is embarrassing in itself, because 8 from 10 is terribly, faster. But I'm just saying, I'm not going to exaggerate to the 10. All right? Aesthetic. Spanish teams gone too, JD. All right, fair enough, fair enough. No, Real Madrid still there. JD, why we talking about Thursdays? No, we're not talking. It's just true. We just saw our Virgin Dima come in. We were wondering where he was. Yeah. JD, no English team making it out. Man City to the and 2-1 to Arsenal. So just saying both of the English team I'm going through. I am not 100% sure. I think he's just lying to himself right here. You know,
No,
he
no, no,
wanted
hold
to
on,
say
hold on.
Arsenal winning,
Notice he put
he
City
wanted to say
ahead.
Arsenal
No,
winning, but because him can't flat out say that.
no. I am calling out Jason. I am calling out Jason. Jason need to defend that statement on its own. Arsenal
Yes.
2-1
Take out
must
Man
not
City
be
out of it,
must
yes.
not be preceded by Man City 3-2. No, Jason, you're a gunner. You need you need to go on firing. Push out your
Yeah, yeah,
chest. Push out your chest, Jason, and beat who you have to beat, and
yes.
leave
Say it
out
with the
the
chest,
City
yes.
out of the argument. Leave
Yeah.
the City out of the argument. Or rewrite it and put Arsenal 2-1 and City 3-2.
Yes.
No,
So
no,
everybody
put
can
City
see
at the front.
inspiration. Yes. So Estechny says Arsenal will beat Bayern today. Mark my words. They need to, because of 50 million times them play, and it never got Arsenal away none at all. So it need to go Arsenal away today. It can't go any other way. Or else it's an embarrassment. All right, Liverpool not in the Champions League to save England again. Don't worry. No, but if it, oh my God, what is wrong with Demo? You can't beat Atalanta and the next one will play Bayern Munich. Something is wrong with Demo, man. All right. Stefan Cummings said, ball head man, no have, no have, no here for pull. Oh my God. All right. The top teams in England have never been head and shoulders above the others. What makes EPL strong is the amount of upset from smaller teams. No, Jason, what makes EPL very strong is the teams that go into Europe are going to the Champions League, which is the top four. They had unlimited budget to pick unlimited amount of star players when the other teams them had 4 and 5 star players, 6 max. City have 12 star players on them field. One on the bench, upset, not playing. At the time would have been Riyad Mahrez. You understand me? That's how the shift went. All right? It was a little bit different, Big Boss.
And
Um,
and JD, which little team from the EPL went to that league? There was no little
Only
team.
Tottenham. No, I mean, not,
But Tottenham
not
was not a little
Tottenham
team.
is no. Tottenham would have classed as a little team. And check Tottenham team today and see how much 60-70 million dollar ballers on it. You would
No,
have been shocked.
JD,
Yeah.
I'm going to challenge people who say Tottenham would be a little team. Look at the history of Tottenham in terms of
Uh,
EPL quality.
Pastor,
As a
Pastor,
club, they can't be considered a little
Pastor,
team.
please don't use Tottenham and history, Pastor. That is the opposite. Tottenham history of what everybody's saying. So let me take Tottenham out of this. We use the wrong example. Let me leave Tottenham alone. We- JD, only one Spanish team left. They go home today. All right. The customary 10, Pagan says. Demo says 8. Question kiss me teeth. So Demo never see all of the missed chances from Atalanta. So only Liverpool create 2 chances, and they are the ones should have won the game. I think City and Arsenal will win. Arsenal 3, Madrid 2, and Munich 1, Arsenal 2. Jason Guna TV. All right, yes. So you said Arsenal 2, Munich 1. Arsenal going through Jason Guna TV. Jeff says, I don't understand how Manchester City fans can call Liverpool name. Okay, all right.
that
Um,
that is directed at you.
Dima J said, it's about pedigree, JD. Liverpool are Champions League pedigree. So once they do turn up, they elevate themselves to the standard. So if it was Liverpool at Bayern, you're not hearing no Bayern must win. You're hearing that Liverpool might slap down Bayern a couple times well, because Liverpool played Bayern a lot of times and they actually won. So that's good. Good morning, Kush. How are you doing, man? Massive respect. Yes, man. We have another conversation, we are on this one. Tottenham, a small fries. The unlimited budget you speak of exists only in City and PSG. World govern. No, 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 no. No, Jason, because we manipulate statements, Oh, the unlimited budget only at PSG, Newcastle, and City. But remember, who is bringing in the more revenues? And remember, you can spend a certain percentage on top of your revenues as well. So even though these are manufactured wealth over time, yes, well, Manchester United still have a big budget, incredible big budget, because of where they are in the footballing what they call it, the triangle. All right, so just about the foolishness. Manchester United can spend the same amount of money as Manchester City. If they have actually spent more money than Manchester City as well. So, Jason, what? I understand what you're talking. You're talking about the money that just come up, but no. Manchester United, Liverpool, Tottenham, Arsenal as well, spend a lot of money. So the budget is there, Jason. Come on. All of them cannot compare. Look, all right, for instance, take out City, PSG, and Newcastle. Look at what the rest of the English clubs them spent comparative to the other clubs around the world. You would have fainted. It's just because the top City and those clubs spend so much money, it makes it look like Arsenal, Liverpool not spending so much, but they are spending a lot of money, man. A lot of money, man. City getting smoked today. Float management in the building. Zay in the building, massive respect. Bala 19K. Zaid said City or Madrid about to bet. I think the safest bet, you would have to go on City. But I don't think it's going to be any big difference. JD Madison scored. We are going to get to that, man. That's what we want to get into. And then we finish it off with some comments under the video yesterday. We tried to save it for the back part of the conversation because I don't think it needs front page today. This is what needs front page today. All right. So Liverpool don't spend a lot of money. Oh my God. Whew. All right, biggest spenders. I'm not talking net spend. Biggest Premier League spenders. 23-24 season. Look, biggest Premier League spenders. 23 to 24. All right, so let me share the list. Top 10 biggest spending clubs in Premier League, League 2023 summer transfer. So summer transfer alone, they have put in. All right, the biggest one, let me give it to you. The biggest one, this is the first one I've jumped on. They have spent 2.4 billion in. They have spent, and then we go into net spend. All right, after. All right, so number one, number one, Chelsea. Chelsea spent 396 million pounds. All right, so over 400 million euros Chelsea spent. Tottenham spent 212 million pounds. Manchester City spent 206 million pounds. Arsenal spent 200 million pounds. All right. Manchester United spent 176 million. Liverpool spent 147 million. All right, I think this is net spend. All right, let me try get it. This site not giving me clear as though I want it. All right, I need a proper.
But with all of that, Liverpool is seventh, so they can't say they're not spending.
Big up yourself, everyone that comes in. Massive respect. Please do click the like button, share, and subscribe. Let me just go through the rest of the Reggae Boys that's played yesterday because a lot of people saying that who scored. All right, so we have the Big Boss. Hold on, 50-50. Just give me a chance. Me have a call. I'm gonna call about 50-50. Michael Thomas, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. What a convenient season to look at for your argument. Jason, you know why? We never go back into 2022 to have the conversation. We're talking about display this year.
Present.
So I don't know why.
It has
What
to be this
what
season.
convenient you want with the silica next year? All right. So you know what? Pastor, put on your go back into the past. All right.
No, 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 no. The
Suit.
conversation is a present
No,
conversation.
no, no.
So
You
it is
upset about it because our standard is
context.
high in the
JD,
conversation.
context matters. Context. I'm going to use a Jason Boone TV term. Context matters. It cannot.
Man, oh, Pastor,
It
that.
it cannot go
And
outside of the season under investigation. And no we are talking about. This is the season. So Jason,
Pastor,
you are
well,
not
I'm
getting
glad
away
that
with it.
is you seen Pastor because if I did me say that, it would have some bad mind him. All right.
No, but
Anytime
even
you
if
want
I
to
am
have a
bad
poor
mind,
reflection
everybody in the
of
chat was talking
spending,
about no.
you must look at 3 to 5 years. Period. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. So let me move on. Let me leave this. Let me leave this war alone. All right. Anyways, the championship yesterday, big result. Southampton smoked Preston 3 goals to nil. All right, and they were the better team from start to finish. That puts them on 84 points after 42 games played. All right, Leeds played 43. All right, Leeds played 43. So they are only 3 points off Leeds. So what say you guys? And Leicester has a game in hand as well. Leicester on 88 points, but also have a game in hand. And you have Ipswich at the top on 89 points. So how you guys see the championship ending? Let me know. All right.
Leeds can catch them because they would have one match in hand over them, and the team behind Leeds can also catch them.
Yes, Southampton can catch Leeds. But you think that Leeds, Southampton will get into the automatic spots. So remember, it's only 2 teams, 2 teams automatically qualify for the Premier League. Now you have Leicester, which has a game in hand. They are in second on 88 points. Right. Ipswich, which is not a natural Premier League team, but all of these other three, Leeds, Southampton, and Leicester, are Premier League teams. They are fighting for the automatic spot, but 84 points with a game in hand puts them on 87. And based on how
Mm.
they are going, I think they are going to. I will have to check who they have to play still, but they can win
Again,
against almost anybody. So who you
again, I
picking as
love
your
it.
favorites? You're picking the top two, which is Leicester and Ipswich, or you're telling me that one of them will break through, which is Southampton or Leeds.
I'm going for Southampton to get it done enough.
You
I'm
think
going for Southampton.
because a lot
I'm
of
going
people saying that Southampton will
when
actually
you
get the automatic qualification
when
spot.
you factor in momentum plus quality of play for their last three,
Last
maybe
couple
four
weeks,
games.
well,
Yeah, but 3, 4 games stretch, they have looked the part. So I would factor Southampton as getting there. I don't want to call any
Woo!
team name say who going drop, but it's a precarious position. This is what makes it the glorious game, JD.
Woo!
When you have quality where it matters, because these 4 teams literally are all poised for the two place.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, it would be a novice to call it. You're gonna put your money where your mouth is for those who gamble, but there can be no definitive to say X, Y, and Z going to lose. So it's a matter of who you favor. And Southampton as a name, yeah, I would want to
I
plus
think
the momentum, flowing with them.
Ipswich, they have not been on the best form, but I have a feeling, and Ipswich is the worst out of all 3 of them. And they're at the top. Because remember, these are Premier League rosters. Even though they might shift 1 or 2 players, they still have packed rosters. All right,
And
and
this
it's,
is
it's showing because they are up there. And I think any one of them, any one, yeah, you know what?
no, but the reason I
one.
don't bank, it's not a lot of. a lack of quality why I don't back Ipswich, It's a lack of consistency. You actually get the feeling that, oh, they can drop it here, so they
Yeah,
don't have
true.
the ancestry, the pedigree to say we are gonna we are gonna hold on to it. But you cannot not
Ooh.
factor them because they are leaders, so they must have done credibly to be leaders. So you can't just throw them out. But gambling go gambling go by statistics, and people tend to favor consistency. And just because I Southampton was playing EPL in the 80s when I was a boy watching football international on JBC TV. So plus they have momentum going with them at this point.
All right.
So I think Southampton will get in.
Look how disrespectful they are. I was checking on odds, and it's showing that they are going for Southampton to jump up and qualify out of the two spots. Them Southampton and Leicester they are going with, and it's Ipswich at the top. Make
And
no
Ipswich at the
sense,
top.
Obviously, both Southampton and Leicester have a game in hand, so that makes it. If both of them win their game in hand, so if Leicester win their game in hand, they're going to go 2 points ahead of Ipswich, and then if Southampton win their game in hand, they're going to be 1 point behind, 1 point behind Ipswich. All right, I'm going to take the calls then because I heard Marlon calling. So I'm going to call 50-50 back so both of them can speak. Go ahead, Marlon. Go ahead. Because I understand what you're saying, Marlon, but the bookies, them, I go with Southampton and Leicester.
The reason I wouldn't go with Leicester.
One
Oh,
second,
go
Pastor.
ahead,
Let
Marlon.
me
Go
call
ahead,
them.
Marlon. Go ahead, Marlon.
Go ahead, Marlon.
Ipswich has the easiest run, But if you notice, the top three teams have dropped points over the past 4 games, right? Southampton has, I think Southampton has been the farm team coming.
Yes.
The top six, actually, if you look at the top six, the only team that has formed in the top six is literally Southampton.
Yes.
Right? Leicester has lost, I think, 3 out of their last 5.
Yes.
Right? Leeds has lost, I think, about 3 same way. Ipswich has lost 2, drawn 2. Right? Because if you look after 38, 39 rounds, Ipswich and Leicester should have literally run away. Leicester should have run away with it from round 32. They were leading by what? 2 points. Right? But if you look at it now, Leeds play Southampton.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Southampton play Leicester.
Yes.
They have Blackburn, so I think Ipswich has Coventry. Coventry has really fallen off.
Yes, and they can't make it anymore. So you think that they're gonna down too?
Well, if they don't qualify by coming first or second, they're not going up. I don't see them making it through the playoff.
Okay.
The playoff, I think the experience of if you look at the 3 teams that came out from the EPL, plus West Brom and Norwich.
Yeah.
Right, so these are totally teams that have been
and
around.
Norwich is eating farm as well. Yeah. Norwich is eating farm just like Southampton.
That's why I say Southampton and Norwich are the 2 farm teams.
Yes.
So if that's why even the other day when they drew because if you look at it, Leeds lost, Leicester lost, and Ipswich had the last game, so they had everything in their hand to basically go up. So that it's actually 2 back-to-back games when the other team lost before them because they play last. And they have it in their hand, and they drew both games. So I think that's really was a damper in their running. But by the weekend they'll be around third because they have Coventry, but the Coventry have Manu for the FA Cup. Okay. So basically,
they're going to prioritize that.
Yeah, so I think they will be. It's a bye week for them. So, but the funny thing about it. They play next weekend. Then I think that the when everybody have 45 again, they still have 44.
Yes.
So the makeup game is gonna be I think the Wednesday before the last game on the Sunday.
So
they will
be. That's a good thing, You think this is a good thing for teams to always have these makeup games in this crucial time, like
Yeah. Advantageous.
Not really. I wouldn't say that. Cause guess what? The pressure comes on, and I think that's where the experience comes in. Remember, it's like McKenna, after leaving Manu, I think he has done a fantastic job with them. 1 season in League One with them, and it will be really something fantastic, something really good for football for coming from League One season championship, and go to the Premier League. So that's why I'm really banking on them going up. But literally go down to the third place or fourth place. If you look at it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have a game in hand, right?
Yeah.
How can you come back by that? You have the game in hand. You will be the only team with a game in hand, right?
Yeah.
How you react to it?
But
And that's
Marlon,
I don't think they have the experience. So that's why I said if they don't go up by going up first or second, I don't see them going up. The playoff, I think the playoff, I think the experience of the other team. West Brom has been around it for the past 2 seasons, right? Norwich has been there as well.
And
so
any
in
one
the
of
championship,
the Premier League teams that don't. Yeah. Agreed.
the Premier League team,
Agreed.
the Premier League team, I think Southampton right now as a farm team. But the good thing about it, I think that's why I say everything is in Ipswich trying to go up because Leicester play Southampton, Southampton play Leeds. Leicester.
Yeah. So you think
if Ipswich.
No, man, I'm saying Ipswich. You think Ipswich should get in this top 2?
Definitely.
All right.
Because you have 3 teams you're looking to your 3 teams that you're really fighting with to go up are gonna take points off each other.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. So you're going with good. But because I have an next call coming in, give me a prediction for today. Today is giving the Champions League as well. All right.
The Champions League, well, I see the English team going over. Sad to say, but I think both teams going home today.
See, you think it's a big bad Etihad Bayern and so you mean Madrid is going to beat up City again?
Jody, I look at football away now. I think Madrid. I think when I look and I analyze Madrid and City scored 3 wonder goals. You know? They didn't cut Madrid open none at all through the game. You know? Right?
Okay.
If it wasn't for Guardiola super goal and Foden super goals and stuff, they go out of the game and because they were sliced open a lot of time by Vinicius and Rodrigo.
Okay.
And even Ravinga was coming through the middle here, and you saw even Madrid coming on same way. They have a lot of opens.
Okay.
So that's something that really worries me. Haaland didn't. He didn't show for that game, and I think the difference, and I think people are finding out when he goes up against physical defenders, he doesn't feel that well.
I kind of agree with that, but I kind of always say as well when Phil Foden plays, because he occupies so much of the space closer to Alan, it's like it stifles him, so that extra pass that he should get involved in the game, he doesn't get, and then he has to be on the edge of balls. So if KDB is not on the field with him, and Phil Foden taking up the space, it's very hard for him to play. And the other day I saw him got unlocked a lot easier when he was KDB was on the field and Phil Foden was not on the field. So maybe that has something to do with it as well, because that was the difference last year.
Well, but I guess so. I think if you compare the team last year to this year, the team last year was a better team.
Yes, I agree.
It was a better team. They have more experience. They are person who you could come on. Because when you have a Gundogan, a Mahrez, these are 2 players who could have come on and really put an impact. I think the bench impact. I don't see that. Loco will come on at times. But for me to let you know, I'd have started Alvarez over. He's not going to do it, but I'd have started Alvarez over Haaland because Alvarez offers something that Haaland doesn't offer. He's freer to move. The rotation of the front 3 with Alvarez is more fluent. So
yes.
I'd have started him, especially against Madrid. Yeah.
Yes, but when Alvarez starts, you have to look at the position of the other players them. And when Alvarez starts, they don't really suffocate the team them by dropping so deep. The team them kind of come out of the box, so the space left in behind, so they can work behind that as well. But sometimes it can be dangerous because the counter attacks them more active, faster. So that's why you see the problem with the counter attacks when Alvarez playing, but when Haaland playing, the counter attacks them kind of slightly limited because those 2 centre backs them can't play the range pass out. So you have to give it and get it, And now you have 2 of the elite players them in Madrid team to prey off those counter attacks them. You can't give him chance to pass Marlon. So I don't see Alvarez starting over Haaland, none at all, because they have to kind of nullify that, to be honest.
But JD, remember this, it's not like it's a two-way game because City have the pieces to really hurt them as well. So that's the rotation. I think that Frenchie whether I go with Alvarez playing there or if for me if KDB is not playing, if he's not starting him, I'd have start Alvarez in the attacking position that he was using in time when KDB was out injured.
So you gotta take up Bernardo Silva. You gotta take up Bernardo Silva because you're gonna need someone else to defend in midfield and control the ball at the same time. So who would you go? Or you would have dropped Bernardo Silva deeper?
I'd have brought him deeper. I'd have used him and Roger in the middle because if you basically watch it at times when they take off most of the time if Foley doesn't start and Silva start and the right flank, he normally will when Foden comes down, he will normally drop back in there beside Roger. You have a ball handler there and somebody can really control the game.
Okay. All right then. All right.
But the thing is this. Can they contain the midfield and the pass going through the flank between Vinicius and Rodrigo? The thing about Madrid, and I think if Madrid had a striker, the game would have been over. I think the tie would have been basically out. That's a good thing about the City will have their chances, but I need to see them open up this Madrid defense.
Well, you're gonna see tonight, Marlon. I will call you and let you know when it's happening. But you're going to be seeing it as well. But I'm going to call it to remind you. Yeah.
But I think I was talking to somebody yesterday from London, and he was like, "This is gonna be like a couple years back when he had Dortmund and Munich went through the two Spanish team. When they had the two German team went through when they got slaughtered by the Germans at the time. So luckily, yes, yeah, has gone through. So, yeah, man. So make another person across it. We link up in there.
All right, yeah, man. I'm gonna call it tonight. Don't worry yourself. I am going to. Yes, okay, it's on too confident. So I have to call him back. All right, Marlon. Yes. Yeah, not getting away with it. Yeah.
Defend City like how Arsenal defend them big.
All of the people, please do get the likes up. We are just on 50 likes on the video, or 47. I think. Let me call back 50, 70, 70, and then we can get through because we have only 1 hour in the people because we don't sleep on YouTube, so our shows are just under 2 hours, and it should not be longer than that. Yes, because nobody watching those long ass videos any at all. So we have to do 2 hours, people, and we have to jump pack everything in 2 hours and then bring whatever it is tomorrow. All right, so 50-50. Go ahead, big boss. The man says City are gonna get better. Why you say 50-50? Give me some information.
Yes, sir.
Yes, the last 2 days you've been doing well on the show. I'm just want big up for that, guys. You said some stuff where you bring enlightenment to me to an extent. I wasn't thinking that way, but now kind of get what you and JD saying in terms of certain topics. However,
thank you, sir.
You made mention of the English. You made mention of the English Premier League, right, JD, and the big spenders. But I just want to say as well, JD, it's not only the top 6 teams, or even top 4 teams. I remember not the recent winter window. I think it was the previous one where the FFP wasn't so harsh on these Premier League teams, right? And I think the winter window alone, outspend like many other leagues across Europe. You know what I'm saying? And if you check teams like Bournemouth and some of these teams, they're blowing out even big historic teams across Italy as well as other leagues. You know what I'm saying? And we all know where that money is coming from in terms of the commercial deals and the TV rights and all this type of stuff. So it's not only the big clubs, the small clubs in England, they're really spending more money than a lot of other big clubs across Europe. In terms of the Champions League, I definitely think Arsenal is going to go for some reason. I watched them in the last 2 games against Aston Villa as well as the Bayern game, right? And I was thinking to myself, as good as Arsenal is, I think the inexperience of Arsenal and the lack of quality as well at X Factor, I think they're missing that X Factor, right? And I think the motivation that Bayern has within them due to the fact that they lost out to Leverkusen with the league. I know that they have some injury issues going into this game with Alphonso Davies as well as I think who's it?
Injury or suspension? I thought he was suspended because he played the other day, right?
He's suspended.
I think it was suspended. A suspension rather than an injury. But I will check still.
Well,
if you're right, you're right. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
I know that Kingsley Coman is out, definitely. I know that he's out. And I think Gnabry will be a miss for this game, right? But I still think Bayern has enough quality. As well as, I think with having Harry Kane, Leroy Sané, as well as many other experienced players and just playing at the Allianz Arena, I think they have that extra edge in this game today over Arsenal. And due to the fact that, Thomas Tuchel, he has that experience in the Champions League. He has went to 2 finals before, 1-1 last one. You know what I'm saying? And I just think
the caller is talking. Sorry about that 50-50. Pastor, look at him on some technical issues. But go ahead. No, you go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead, 50. It's just that it had tipped out a while ago.
So I think Bayern has that X factor going into this game over a team like Arsenal. And you know what? One thing I have to criticize Mikel Arteta for, JD, especially aside against Aston Villa, I think he has this thing. I don't know if he pick it up from Pep Guardiola, but he has this tendency to overthink in the big moments. You know what I'm saying? And he did it against Aston Villa, and he cost Arsenal that game. Zinchenko should have never played in that game, right? He should have never dropped Havertz in the midfield. And this is criticism from large majority of football fans, whether fans of Arsenal or fans of different teams, because we're looking at the game and we're saying, why would you drop Havertz in the midfield when at the start of the season he was not working in that position? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So against Bayern today, if he overthinks and plays some certain players in certain positions, then it's going to cost this Arsenal team the game. But listen, it's the Champions League. Anything can happen. Any card can be drawn. So let's see what happens. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Respect and thanks. You're a big boss. So you give me the Madrid one before you go. Madrid, because we need some motivation.
The Madrid one?
Yeah, Madrid, City.
Maggie to City. You know the reason Maggie to City?
Oh, yeah.
But just have this brilliance about him, JD, isn't it? And for as good as City, they have not been at their best this season, but they still have a run-in for the treble. And that extra motivation, especially Pep Guardiola, I think they will get it done at the Etihad Stadium. I don't think Madrid missing a stripe. I know that they can score goals from different areas in the pitch, but maybe City this year. Okay, all right, respect. All right, so that's 50-50 people. Massive respect, big boss. All right, so that's 50-50. Let me go through the rest of the thing. Suspension, and then Gnabry and Coman is out according to Saguna TV. Yes, but so later we will see. With all of that, no excuse from Arteta. Nothing at all from the Arsenal fans. More than if they go out, and no more excuse. All right. Yes. So, Pastor, let me just run through the rest of the results because we are running out of time and we had some things that we have to tackle. All right. So we have League One. Bolton 2-2 with Shrewsbury. Bristol Rovers 1-0 over Cambridge. Burton. Go ahead, Jason. Go ahead, because I'm gonna read out the result. Go ahead.
Yo, what go on?
Yeah, go ahead because I'm gonna read out the result for the next thing. But go ahead.
So read them out.
Yeah.
No, you're calling, so we can't read them out. You have to talk at your time at the show. You can't tell me.
Let me explain.
What you're explaining?
Let me explain something. When someone calls the phone, you realize that they probably turn off the show and call you, right? Or you don't realize that?
Okay, but it's your time at the show when you call. So you take that time there. You can't tell me, say, me if I read out the rest of the thing them. No, man, I always show the fuck all of them respect. And it's your time, so go ahead.
And we appreciate the respect, but I just wanted to know. Mm-hmm. I had no idea you were reading the results. That's all. Okay.
But can I just read it out and then me go through. But no, man. But go ahead. Which one of the excluding the Arsenal result? You can take on all of the other things. Them.
I'm gonna touch upon all the things so far. So first, I'm gonna start with the championship. I tend to agree with Pastor and Marlon about Southampton being in form. I think that
I think that Southampton finds a way to get into the top 2. I don't know if they win the overall league, but I think they'll be in the top 2. And then if I had to choose one of the 3 teams to actually get that second spot or win it, I'm actually probably going to go with Leicester City. And the reason for that is, I just have a feeling like when you look at Leicester City team, they have the players in pretty much all the areas of the pitch that I think will get them over the line. I think this has been their worst blip of the season so far, as well as the other 2 teams up there, Leeds and Ipswich. But I think Leicester, when you look at the total season and everything, I think they will probably find a way to win a few more games and get that.
I have a question on that. JD, for
as far as the rest of the top 6, I think it will probably stay true to form. You'll have Leeds, Ipswich.
Hold on, Rich. What you tell me, Sir Jason? Ipswich, they're first now. And are you not getting order on the 3rd and the 4th and him stuff there?
Which 3rd, Leeds 4th,
Okay. Like because when you hear say Leeds first and then Ipswich, you put Ipswich down at 4th.
Well, it's possible.
I have a question.
Because,
JD, I have a question. Am I hear me?
Yes, he's hearing you, Pastor, but it's very low. It's very low. That's why.
Use your regular voice, Pastor. I'm over here.
No, your system low because my one is balanced where it's normally
it's because I can't connect to the normal system.
Okay. So here's my question, Jason. For that bookie prescription that you just present. Southampton plays Leicester.
Let me make
the 2 of them on me. The 2 of them on me.
I don't think so. Southampton play Leicester. 1 second.
No, you want me to tell you? Go ahead, JD. Tell him the fixtures because I'm looking at them.
Oh, if you're looking at them, you give them. You have the conversation. I'm tell you say you are your calling. Me can't go take over your call.
All right, so Southampton.
The 2 of them.
Southampton does play Leicester in a midweek game. He's correct.
Okay.
So how do you put the 2 of them? So how do you put the 2 of them in the top team?
So
because I believe they're going to take points off
each other. It's Ipswich just so bad and Omar Hutchinson is so bad. Him now gonna get nowhere.
That is my concern from when Marlon said it. From when Marlon said it, I have that concern because here's what's true.
Everybody in the world bet against.
Everybody say Ipswich have the easier running. Everybody say Ipswich have the easier running to the end. Ipswich have the easier run to the end. And the contenders are going to play each other.
So make Jason go ahead. Go ahead, Jason.
Yeah, so what I say is Ipswich might have the easier running, right? But based on how they've been looking lately, they don't give me much confidence that they're going to just win enough games. I think they're going to continue to draw a game, win a game, lose a game. I don't see them making a run towards the end of the season. That's why I'm putting Southampton there because it's a 46-game season.
We know.
So them team are not going to be able to do 46. And it just so happened that Southampton time to hit the form is now. And I don't see any of the other teams up there with that same form. So that's why I'm putting them up there. And then for me, Ipswich is the team that really let me down the last few weeks. Okay. Leicester as well to a degree. But I am expecting Ipswich. Ipswich should be like 92, 93 points right now, JD, based on the game when we watch them play and the draw them get.
Better
them fair win the game them. So that make me worried a little. One could argue maybe yes, them will play better, so them will get the points eventually. But the way me look on it, if you play better, I ain't not get the points. That's even worse now, especially the time of the season it is.
Yeah.
So that's my take.
You're going with the bookie them to say that the Leicester and Southampton are ticket, like everybody in the world, I think.
Well,
I never look on the no thing there. I'm just looking
but just start the conversation and say Southampton, even though Southampton they're weird on a 4th, they must say Southampton and Leicester is the favourites to make it through. And I'm saying, look on the disrespect them are going with Ipswich, they're top, and you tell me say the man them can't win the game. Uno ever tell me so Uno bet on the money say the man can't win.
I was betting.
Win it. Bad that
if I was betting, I would say Southampton Ipswich. If I had if I had any inclination to gamble, I would say Southampton Ipswich.
I just have a feeling Ipswich are gonna pull out a win, you know. I
Here
just
is
have a feeling
here is why,
100%.
Jason. Here is why. Here's why. Let's say Ipswich
No,
lose
but
one
remember, we
game.
have to remember,
Let's say Ipswich lose one
go on,
game.
Pastor.
Let's say Ipswich lose one game. I am picking Southampton to beat Leicester. So Leicester also lose one game, which keeps the
Yeah,
margin the
but
same
you
way.
don't, you Pastor. So Leicester already have a game in Hanover with Ipswich.
That's what
Yes,
me
but
I
they're
say
Even
gonna
when
too.
them
lose
That
lose
that.
a one
Leicester
game,
and
but them still have
Southampton
got
have
one
the
No,
point
no,
game in
behind
no,
hand.
them. So
no,
if them
no,
win
no.
them
Hold
next two
on,
games,
Right.
hold on.
Pastor,
Them all
that's
lose.
another point.
No, no, no. I am looking at it. I am looking. I am compensating for that. Ipswich is already ahead. So the
Yes.
game in hand,
By a
the game
point.
in hand is the game that
By a point,
is the
and
game
they
that
don't have an
by
expected goal.
1 point. Yes,
Don't
by
forget that
one
part there.
point. By 1 point. So that is the game that is going to be lost. That one game in hand. So all Ipswich needs to do to stay clear of them is to win one game and draw the rest of the game. Just make sure they don't lose more than one game.
Boy, Pastor, hard to talk like that, you know. Because if them not
No,
win
no,
the game,
it's
it's hard to talk
calculation.
like
No,
that.
no, it is calculation. Leicester is going to drop points too. I don't think Leicester is going to win more than 2 games.
6 points from this point. Pastor, I am not
Okay.
maybe 6 points
So
on this point.
West Brom.
This point is actually okay, you know. Just what. I have a feeling 6 points from this point. If Leicester pick that up, it might be okay. And that might be them and Southampton going through.
I don't think they're going to get more than 6 points in terms of pure points. They're going to drop points and they will lose. I am picking them to lose against Southampton.
So,
The
Pastor, me
probably
tell us, Pastor, it kind of helped Jason Case. If them lose against Southampton, I'm telling you, and them and
I tell you,
Southampton will go through. Yeah, I think so.
and to me, that is the game. If that game go the way it's supposed to, well, not supposed to go, but the way I think it will go with Southampton, going there and beating them at King Pope Stadium, um, at that point, I would say yes. The top two, when I pick, probably gonna happen because if you look at it, to the end of the season, Leeds are play Southampton at the end of the season as well. So as long as Southampton beat them two teams there, which are a bit difficult still, but as long as beat them two teams there, I think Leicester with Blackburn at the end, Coventry still have to play Ipswich, where Coventry can stop being stupid and actually win some game, because even the 5th and 6th place team, them not really get far. I mean, Hull City have a better chance to catch anybody. But even with the game in hand, because them have everybody have tough games now. So, but I think West Brom and Norwich probably did just enough at this point to stay in that 5-6 place.
Yeah, I think so.
Just gonna drop off. I mean,
Coventry's done.
Preston, all them teams.
I think Coventry done because even them go on 66, them still.
Question, JD. Which kind of the same topic, but which team disappoint you more in the last few weeks, Ipswich or Coventry?
I would say Coventry, because Coventry had 2 games in a Jason one at a time,
Yep.
And them just needed to just actually close into Norwich, because Norwich was on a good form. So I would have to start to say Coventry let me down, because we know the quality of the players. Them 2 of them are our players. You understand me? And we know the level that they can actually play at.
And they play good football.
Yeah, and the fact that they just start sliding down the table like a big stone. Right. Them can't. Norwich winning so much damn games. I don't expect Norwich to just lose 2 games and then win 4 games. It's just not going to happen.
No, Norwich is another team finding form at the right time.
Them and Southampton in the best form in the entire top 10. So I'm not expecting them to lose 2 and then Coventry win 4 games in a row. That ain't happening. So Coventry done out here, man. And even remember, all City has a game in hand and they are on 65, So if they can afford to win, that would have put them on 68 and they would have had a better chance. So you're telling me that they have to win and open All City don't win majority of their games, which I think Coventry is slightly better than All City. Just the same with talent, I would say, based on what I saw on both teams. So them Coventry let me down the most my honesty, Coventry let me down the most, but Ipswich close there because the games that Ipswich played, I could say that Coventry weren't better in all of the games that they lost. But Ipswich were better in games that they are drawing. And I'm talking far better than the next team. You're wondering, oh, in the world, this is 1-1. And,
Is that down to fatigue?
Yeah, I would have known
Is
when
that
they
down
came.
to fatigue?
huh? What is the Pastor?
Is that down to fatigue on Ipswich part,
No,
where
they get chance. Massive get chance and miss
they're not
chances, man. And
finishing.
your fault,
They're just
Pastor.
not finishing.
So Liam Bale get chance and miss chance. Who will blame? Down to fatigue. We don't say no. You're so biased, Swiss. I mean, that's a show
No,
example,
lad. No,
When Liam Bale miss, we
I
never say
am
man
not
fatigue
using
and him
that
fly for the plane
example.
and tired. You understand me?
I am
Is
not
that not the truth, Jason?
using.
We never use that
I
excuse, don't
This pastor is not
No.
using
we?
a Leon Bailey's example.
It's the
This
same
pastor.
comparison. When the next man they miss the chances, them we fight, we beat them, but all of a sudden now for Ipswich are fatigue. No. You miss the chances and you're in front of the goal. Liverpool miss the chances, they are in front of the goal. They're terrible. Yes, so Jason, give your prediction. Them why? Just give a fast prediction because we have two more topics that I want to chop up
All
before
right.
we go.
Ooh.
All right. Real fast. I actually believe that Man City will win today.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be
Wow.
exciting. It's gonna be exciting.
Jason, you must say you know to start with Man City. You must start with you. You must say you know to start with Man City.
Jason, which one of them? Jason, because Real Baller said JD a bad man with Reggae Boyz again, saying Coventry not going to the Premier League. So Jason, are you talk about Coventry? Oh my God! So I just me the bad mind person because it does me get beat and everything. Because Jason, you set me up in the brother for Real Baller, Because you ask me question out to Coventry or Ipswich, And me just say, boy, based on what I see Norwich doing, Sergeant them on fire and consistently scoring on them. You just expect Sergeant to score in every game. So you know they must start from one goal up. And based on what I've assessed, Coventry now get the spot. And Norwich in 6th spot, So then, Coventry you know what? The Real Baller, go tell the Reggae Boyz them to score 50 goals and let the next man them stop walk on the field. Let them stop run on the field and make you run past them. Because them a Reggae Boy. Go ahead, Jason.
Yeah, so I see it being a 3-2 game. I understand Marlon point where I say Alvarez up front, but I just feel like Haaland, no matter what kind of form him on, any defense gonna be kind of, looking at him, trying to see where
account for him.
Just create
They have
space
to
for everybody
account for
else.
him.
I think a little more than Alvarez. Alvarez creates space with his movement more, but I think Haaland presence creates space as well. So you can't remove that factor. I think it's a part of the reason why Foden been on such a goal scoring tear. Is because him getting those spaces.
And him not pass the ball in the box,
In between. Well, him not to pass the ball if he might pass the ball in the goal.
Yeah, but I don't want him to pass the ball in the goal. Him take that system and get the boss. But the boss, But go ahead, Jason. I'm not a bad mind for him.
Why? You sure?
Yeah, because they must say,
I think Foden needs to stop playing for England, or else you're not gonna like him.
Yeah, man, Foden. Him good, man, good, but sometimes he said, man, brother, man, a stifle Haaland career, Maybe Haaland could go on a different club. Yeah.
Haaland just need to put the ball in the goal when it fall to him, brother. That's all.
It's sad thing, man, I still a ego scorer, bad a man of a B, good a man of a B. Him at the leading goal scorer and everything, but yet still people still criticize him,
And the funny part about it, JD, the person who will lead the league in goals with me, is a person where we all beat for miss chance to, So that simply means if you're missing chances, that simply means you probably are scoring enough goal too.
Or simply means you're getting in the position better than the majority of other people. So we have to give some credit to that. So are we saying that we should give Liam Bailey some credit?
No. That is why I make sure for me. That is why I make sure enter the conversation right now.
Just speak now.
No.
Just on the phone, And you just go ahead. Go ahead, Jason.
All right. So yeah, that's what I think will happen in the City game. I think there will be problems at the back for City because in the first game, they really have a tendency to struggle when the attack is sprung on either of the wings. Now, I think Kyle Walker might be back for this game, which will help a little bit. But at the same time, Kyle Walker coming back from injury in the first game back against this team is maybe not the best thing. So he might not do it, but I know he's available, so he might play. So that's
man, I think he will play, Jason. But you need that extra speed for run down them Brazilian boy, you know?
Yeah, because if you look at Rodrigo's goal, some would say, boy, if Walker chasing him and not Akanji, maybe the outcome is different. So, but I feel like Madrid will still try to open them up in that way. And they're still susceptible to it because, they will be at home today, and of course they will have the possession. So, once them go into them 2-3-5 and them attacking system, that break will be there, and I think that Ancelotti will be keen to at least have two of the triggers stay up top. If they're gonna have to drop back and help at times, JD, but I think he's gonna try to cheat at least on one of those sides, and that will be the trigger for the counter attack. So watch out for that later. But 3-2, I say for City at the same time. Yeah. And then in the other game in Germany now, look, I'm going to just say Bayern have the advantage in history. Bayern have the advantage in mentality in terms of the players being there before. The manager is more experienced than my manager, so all the signs would point to us not being able to get over the line. My hope is this. In the first game, I really thought that until that mishap that Gabriel made passing the ball on Zinchenko, and they got that goal, I thought that we were in control. And I, in my reaction, I said I was upset with Arteta for starting Havertz in the midfield. But upon reflection, watching the game back another time and really looking at it, if you look at all the big chances that we created in the first half, it was directly from Havertz running from deep and getting behind their defense. No, they didn't turn into goals, right? They didn't execute and finish the chances and the setups that we made and the opportunities that we opened up. But I had to take some credit back and give to Arteta because he saw something where maybe they don't track the runners as well from midfield. So he put Havertz in that role because Havertz, for all his flaws as a player, one thing that you can't say him flawed with is in football intelligence. Okay. And he was just able to figure out the perfect times to make that deep run and get in behind. I think it was about 3 times he made the same run and got it. And again, he didn't convert and didn't turn into goals, but I feel like Arteta is going to find something tactically again where we can open them up. And if we take our chances in the first half, I think we'll have a chance to win this game. And, obviously, with Arsenal being inexperienced, the one thing you have to look out for is a big mistake. We saw it in the first game, and it really changed the tide of the game. And I think we never really stopped wobbling until Jesus and Trossard came on. I think that's when we got a little bit of a foothold. The Zinchenko change helped, but I don't see Zinchenko playing today. So I think it'll be Tomiyasu or Kivior, more than likely Tomiyasu, because I think Kivior might have nightmares about Sane on that week, so we don't want to see that matchup. So, but all that being said, people, Arsenal will finish the chances that they've created in the first half, and we'll get a lead, and we'll find a way to game 2-1.
Scoring in 25 minutes.
Make Jason finish now, so we can continue the show. Because if we continue, Jason will continue. And I don't want to continue. I just want this thing to play tonight, so I can watch it for myself. Yes.
Yeah, all right. So 2-1 to Arsenal. I think Kane scores again because he always scores, but we will have the better of them by a 1-goal margin. And later on, people show up nice. Either nice or it's sad. So either way, people.
Okay, all right. Yeah, no problem. Take care. Jason.
I am praying for you, not for Arsenal win. I am not because I want you.
Pastor, later, Jason go now. Yes, not pray. No. Want them lose. Yeah, want them lose. Nothing enough forget. In foolishness.
I thought me pray for Arsenal win. Me say me pray for Arsenal win. Me don't want the.
So
insanity is that thing, Me a perfect Jason not for Arsenal. I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose a brother to depression.
Okay, Brian Burton is well said. Jason, the only non-biased pundit on the Imaxit show. Oh my God! And a Jason alone.
No. Hold on. That makes us human. That makes us human.
People. Smash the like button. Come on, we have 140 at the nose. Get to 100 likes. 100 likes is the target. Because we know that you guys can't find like button. But all you find like button is to click the triple dot at the top of the screen, and then the like will be activated. That's how it is in the system. All right. Yes. Yes. So that's all. So get the likes up in that time. So before we continue, get the likes up. But it's okay. GS alone is speaking and giving mine on his own team. But you want we to say, yes, Jason, hallelujah, yes, that's what Arsenal will do. I made him speak on what Arsenal will do. Then we are going to watch to see if they're going to do it for real. All right? Maybe that's how we can. Let me see. You can't just bully me from now. Let me see. I'm going to watch. I listen to what he said, Later, I'm going to be watching. And hopefully, they do all of those stuffs. All I don't want is them to concede first, because if they concede first, it's going to go down to the customary beat down. All right, so let's play it. All right, so let me just jump to it now, guys. It's like every league, everything is just tight at this point. All right, so Portsmouth 94 at this point after 44 played. Derby 86. So 86 is where it starts. Portsmouth will be the champions of League One coming up into the championship. Derby at 86, but they played 44. Bolton and 83, but they played 44. Peterborough on 80, but they played 43. All right, so they have a game in hand. All right, and you only have 2 promotional spots. So you have 46 games just the same. Who are you guys taking? We have 3 teams to talk about: Derby, Bolton, and Peterborough. Peterborough have forwards for days. All right, we saw that big bad. Mothersile got on the goal sheet, and then they brought on a big bad Johnson Clark Harris, and Johnson Clark Harris starred the show at a 9.7. All right, so both of them performed today. Both potential Jamaicans performed today. All right. No, we had said Portsmouth get promoted, Marlon, but 2 spots. So we have to talk about the next spot, and 3 teams fighting for that spot. All right, guys, 30 more likes on the video, and then we reach our target at least for the start of the show. So Mothersile had a goal, as what they said he never scored in the main league, which is League One. Well, he scores now, so he has 1 goal and 3 assists. Overall, played 79 minutes. All right, had 14 touches and completed 4 of 5 passes, which is 80%. 1 key pass at the time. 1 of 1 long pass. Ground was 3 of 2, and he lost this aerial battle. Last possession 6 times and was fouled once. All right, so that is a lone striker type of performance from Malik Mothersile. And that's what I'm telling you. This kid, he keep on impressing me over and over. All right, and that's why any sensible coaches will always pick him. His work rate, his pressing metric is very good, and his eye for goal is very good. He's linking up plays and scoring goals for a new team that he just came in. All right, obviously the first one, he led them to a championship, which is in the cups, and now this is a vital game when he scored to make it 1-1 to lead them towards even a promotion. So I think this kid have done well for himself. And Johnson Clark Harris, you know him, he's a born goal scorer. He's a born goal scorer. All right, he's a born goal scorer, period. All right, yes. So he had 2 goals and 1 assist in 11 minutes. 11 minutes. All right, yes. So that is amazing from Johnson Clark Harris. Both of them can play for Jamaica. All right, and out of 2 shots, 2 goals, period. 6 touches, and he had 3 goals contribution in 6 touches. Not normal at all. I'm a Peterborough United supporter. All right, so what you think of Mothersile? And let me know if you think he's going to stay there, because I think he's going to move up soon. All right. And then you had Barnsley leading with 2 other Jamaicans on that team, but they couldn't hold it together, and they lost it 3-2. Portsmouth defeated them. All right, as you saw, Portsmouth is not a dibby of a team, and they defeated them right there. All right, so you had our boy Cole finally got a goal. So I was very happy for him, but it just never lost. They overran them in the end. Oxford lost to Lincoln after a very good performance over Peterborough United. That is sad. because they needed all of those points to do their thing. All right, because now that keeps them in sixth spot, because that would have pumped them up to 66, 76, and maybe give them an outside chance. I don't think. I think I don't think they would have had maybe placements they would have been fighting for. I think it's really between the top three. The three from second to fourth. All right. So Pastor, what you make of Mothersile, and how you think this will turn out?
Two things on Mothersile. I am betting that the two Reggae Boy prospects will carry them up. If that happens, I don't think Mothersile will leave immediately. I think they will make whatever contractual arrangements to improve his package and keep him, hoping that they can make a push to go forward. If they don't adjust his contract, then he might look for better elsewhere because he's displaying that he manages at this level and he's shooting above his weight at this level. So anybody looking on will see a prospect in the still in his development phase, but causing havoc. So that would be for me. I suspect that they will carry, and I'm hoping that they have enough to lift their team to the next level. I hope that team has already qualified. That they will be the best of the three teams that are within shooting distance.
Okay, okay. I think
But
Peters.
kudos to
I,
the young man. Kudos to the young man. And Jerry, we need to continue with these young players, keep them in the eyes of the Jamaican fan base as to what sane decisions taken on from an informed position really amounts to. Mothersile going way down to League One because the important thing is to show that I have the pedigree required to be at the top level. And it will be a big feather in his cap if he manage his contributions aid his team to go up the next level.
So Bishbash says, I think since he joined, it's been absolutely amazing. He's been doing extremely well with the team. Is settled in well. His scores are his goals. He scored some good goals this season, and I think he should stay because they have a potential to go up to the Premier League, and I no to the Championship. And I strongly believe that they look like one of the forward the top teams that can score their way to the championship. So I
Yeah,
don't think it's impossible. But let we see how it
yeah.
works out. But I think it's possible for them to clinch even one of the automatical spot because I think Derby not fully getting this. I still believe that. All right, I still believe Derby might not get it. All right. Yes, so that is Malik Madasil. And next week again, he chips off something else to show people that he's doing well. There are other Jamaicans eligible. Yes, yes, I know. The Clark. Yeah. You guys told me about him as well. But remember, these are the ones that I know. And I've been scouting, and it keeps on proving what I'm saying is correct. So if the more he does well, shows people that he made the right decision as well. Because going to the championship on a seasoned team is still a success after leaving Chelsea. You understand me? Because once you make the championship next year, and make the roster, that would have been immense for you. And if you do well again, back in the Premier League, you are. Even if you do well and they don't qualify to the Premier League,
Hmm.
you might get a contract to the Premier League because you're a Premier League player. So that's why
Yep.
when you bet on yourself, it helps you. All right. That's why when you bet on yourself, it helps you. So all of the players, it's turning out well for them. All right. So Owen, big of yourself. But Owen, now you have more information. Forgive the mad people that says the man not performing good. All right. Yes. So, anyways, now yesterday, Pastor, we did a video, and I am telling you the amount of beating we got on the video. All right. Yes. So I want you to just go through the comments. We're not going to go to what people said because that makes no sense. All right. Let me just go to like some of the comments because you have some people commented and I had to call them out. Daniel Lauren says, did I just say Did I hear Pastor just say we need more people like Speed in the JFF? The man who is mashing up Jamaica football. So I responded to him, a lot of your favorites doing similar, if not worse, but you are afraid to acknowledge it. So I've seen nothing wrong with what Pastor says. So what are
All right.
your answer to that?
Context matters.
Mhm.
You were reading out a text message conversation between two persons. A young man who is seeking guidance from an experienced administrator within the field. My statement was made within the context of the professionalism, the senior male figure behavior or characteristic displayed by Mr. Speed. I'm going to use the name because we need to become a people where we give credit where credit is due. I I didn't say anything that Mr. Speed in his conversation with young Forbes did not earn, JD, and I stand on that. If Mr. Speed behavior within that conversation is displayed across everything else that he does in the JFF. Yes, we need more people like Mr. Speed in the JFF. I will say it again with my chest puffed up because it is true. The man
And that's what
handles himself
but
professionally.
Pastor, but that is but you have exposed Daniel right here to say that they don't listen well. And this is why they have gone down the wrong path majority of the times. Because if you realize, even over the last two videos, we brought up something that became the topic of the next day. We don't we knowing anything, but just we looking at things and context it right. So see, so Daniel, you got your answer, Pastor answer you right there, and I fully agree with him because I heard people beating us again. All right, because I'm on number four. In the number four, him go up on a long rant, and I said we are hypocrite as well. I think because all right, let me read out what number four says. Spade is corrupt. That's what number four. Not number four. At number four, Spade is corrupt. It's pretty much exposed himself day before yesterday. But you all are looking past it because you all are some hypocrites too. As much as Craig Butler does some petty things, I never once see him stopping a youth from pursuing his dreams. So you will just pick and choose whatever um that sits right with you all. Call out BS to and stop shielding him from his wrongdoings. All right, Mr. Number four. Let me explain to you now. Number four. You said Spade is corrupt, and the same condition applies to this what Pastor had said right here as well. Because if you listen well, you would have learned. Because clearly you never learned anything what we had said yesterday, but you had come up with your own takes. All right, because we had called out points that Mr. Speed can do it better, and but the things here clearly you don't know nothing about Mr. Butler because you said Mr. Butler can be petty. Mr. Butler got blacklisted from countries because of fraudulent act. I literally have the paper of that. I read it. I read his statement, and his statement can be deemed anywhere. I have the statement in my Discord. You can go and read it yourself. All right. So listen. The next man I've never been charged for any fraudulent act, and you have a next man that get banned for all the wrong acts them, which is a factual statement because we have the facts there. But clearly, you have not read anything. That means that somebody brainwashed you to think what you're thinking because you're already being putting conclusive statements as to Mr. Spade, but yet still the next man where you are trying to cover up for because I'm tearing apart your statement, you know. The next man you are covering for is the man that got charged for these crimes. And it's public because he was the one responded to them, so you know that it's actually a fact. And if you don't believe us, It's in the discard from a long time. So you go and read for yourself. So stop listening to people that selling narrative and you believe their narratives because that's what you wanted to believe rather than read for yourself because the facts is there. So when we have the facts, that's why we can call it as what it is because we are learning day to day and we are changing because we are actually objective. We are actually objective. You understand me? And that is the problem. Look how life, look how life funny. We are basing it off of the conversation that we are reading, and we give our takes on that. And you're bundling up everything to say we should beat the man for no reason. If a kid that say, "Oh, coach, help me out, do this for me," and the man said, "Yo, brother, go to your family because your family is the best way out." And we give him praise for that and say, okay, but all along we think say, he might give people bad advice, he might teach people pitney. But no, go so. Because if he might tell the people himself, go to them family. That not tell you, say, okay, at least the man have some good in him. So what, so, all right, so what you would like now, number 4. I should say, oh, at least him have some good in him, but my corruption, me no business, in my corruption. Like I am incoherent and completely cuckoo. You saw it so now when I put everything in context, it makes no sense. I can talk as low as possible, tear up your comment, and I never disrespect you at once. I give you all facts and clearly tell me that you're misinformed because we have given you the facts, sent you where the proof is. So you go there and check for yourself. So what we have read yesterday, as what Pastor said, all of those statements that what we read tell me that the player is very much confused, and Mr. Spade did the proper thing to guide him to his parents and then take the problem off his back. On the side of paying to get the release, you guys are extremely hyped. $400 for a release should be nothing. Because if I wanted the player, I would have bought the player now and wait until the transfer open. Because $400, I'm not saying it's nothing, but I can pay it. So why? So that tells me that you guys wanted to have a problem. So just pay the money and move on. And I would have took my money as well. It's called principle. So if the man, this is what the man can do and the man doing it, I can't beat a man for that, people. I don't care what you said. You guys never realize that you have to pay for register players. You have to pay for sign up players. You realize that. You realize the people then move from one destination to the other. It costs light bill, it costs transaction, it costs everything. You don't realize that. We should stop this fantasy thing. And it's one person that comes with a fantasy and cry wolves. All right, and majority of them don't people, anytime things flipped on to them, they start to cry wolves. All right, and say, oh, people fight against me. No, nobody now fight against you. It's because you're not in a sense, and the sense of fight you for have sense. The sense fighting you for have sense. That's all. Nothing else. So I wanted to make sure I give everybody their time. So I had to smoke number 4 to change the name to number 0 because you have nothing to the argument. You just wanted to make a bag of writing. You understand me? For no reason. All right. Yes, go ahead.
Read again, JD. Did number 4 comment?
Number 4,
Yeah,
number 4 said,
read again the comment.
Spade is corrupt. He pretty much exposed himself day before yesterday. But you all, that's what he wanted. But he said you will. But he said you all are looking past it because you all are some hypocrites too. As much as Craig Butler does some petty things, all right, I never once see him stopping a youth from pursuing his dreams. So you will just pick and choose whatever that sats that sits right with y'all. All right. Call out BS too and stop shielding him from his wrongdoings.
Anytime you need to diminish one person to make another look good, you have become a part of the problem number four. Because you are saying, based on the conversation you heard, aired the day before.
No, I'm just putting up for the people to see that I'm reading from number 4. So if he does delete it,
Yeah,
it's right there on under the other video.
you are saying that Mr. Speed is guilty of blocking a player's development. Which, if you had listened to the text message conversation that JD read from, Mr. Speed is the person that Forbes said, Coach, I know you will not and you have not
Mm-hmm.
prevented any young player. You have not stopped any young player's development. Those were his exact words. I know this is the young man in the conversation with the coach. So, coach, I know. So you not stop no young player development. And he went on to clarify that by saying people set up.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
So
yes.
how do you number four? How do you number four accuse the man when the player under consideration is the one articulating that he believes in this coach?
I wanted to pick up a number 4 and said maybe he was misled because of everyone talked on this story, but some people left out thing. I never added anything. There's some people just talk at overall, and he didn't get the context. But where I'm not going to pick up for him, it was stated in this video. So you're under this video commenting, and then you never listened to the whole video then. Because we had stated out everything. You see that we never wanted to make any error. We make sure to give both sides their time read out exactly when it's Mr. Speed, the time, date, and everything. So you know that you could miss nothing. You could have judged, go back and look what the player doing or what Mr. Speed doing at the time. We made sure to put everything in context to say that yeah, this is how it goes. And clearly, none of those, all of those things were not read out. I was watching Coaches This, and Coaches This stopped at a point because maybe the others, them inside the chat, never wanted for him to continue. Or we realized that our problem is as a culture, period. I am going to say this strongly. Our problem as a culture, period. We don't care about the facts. We just want to build up something. It sounds nice, and we want to continue building our vibes. And just
And
building our
in
vibes,
so damage
that's our
people.
problem. So what we're saying sound because we have read out everything, and we are saying, all right, then the youth can't prove nothing else aside from this, So tell you what, on this matter, we are going to say it looks like the youth know that him signed to Cavaliers because he had to call Cavaliers for the medical. He must say that. Where the medical will be held, when I should come back to training, can I get some support from you, as in advice? Because I'm getting some things and such and such. So if you're asking someone that runs the next place, when can I come back to training? So that means you know you're at that club. We are only having a conversation on that said topic. So you can't say we are wrong. Based off those actions of the player, not just in writing, but also his actions as well, tells me that he knows that he was signed to Cavalier. And that tells me that this man know him signed to Cavalier. He never does hears him signed to Cavalier. Him
You
have
know,
to turn up.
you know what them I use. You know what them I use chastise the young man. The statement that he made in Trinidad, and that is what Stefan Wright is just alluding to in the chat.
Yes, yes,
He
yes.
made the statement in Trinidad, and he in the conversation with Mr. Speed, he might tell Mr. Speed, so Mr. Speed, I said it in Trinidad. In Trinidad, I never even remember signing or if me did sign nothing. You know, remember that. But clearly, he has enough sense between that time and the time of the text message conversation to say to the coach, yes, I said it. He knows that he signed to Cavalier, and that is why he got to the Cavalier coach.
Yes.
So
And
despite what he said in Trinidad, which took, he accepted accountability for it
yes.
because he put it in the text conversation. So I said it
Uh,
in Trinidad.
the man literally said he never knew that it would have blown out of proportion like
A
this.
people are taking it.
Because he
Here what
never
happened.
expect that. He never expect that. But you know why it blown out of proportion, Mr. Number Four? The same man that you are trying to cover. I say that man don't stop and blight people future. You have conversation. All right. So if that man just put a wrench in this youth conversation with the current club that he signs with, is he not technically blocking people future? Or you're not intelligent enough to work out these things? Because it doesn't matter if you are going to give him a perceived future in the future, which we don't know nothing about. And believe me, I'm going to write down this kid's name because I heard about the contract, what he should get within a year time. So you see, 1 year will pass fast, because one thing I've always given them is time. And I'm going to expose the lies again because several lies were told. You hear that man would have gone to Aston Villa already, 2 seasons past. How them the Aston Villa alone? So, but only just accept it and pass it. And we are here. Once we have conversation, we have a credible platform that based on intelligence and education. So we will always go back to those things, and that's why we can't pick the sides from like you so easily. It has to match up in writing as to what we did before. We can't just jump on sides, people. If you can't respect that, that means you want everybody be a boogie yaga YouTuber and have no intelligence and just do it off what we love. Billa vibes. I have vibes, but I have education as well. So I have to sit on something because I am just not a Jamaican YouTuber. I am a worldwide YouTuber. So I have to put out something there that can represent my brand. I can't just sit down and do what you guys want me to do because no one else will listen to me when I'm talking sense on a different country. So my job can't be the same as everyone else. I understand if you guys enjoy other things, but I can't offer you that here. All right? I can't offer you that here. But I can present the facts and give it to you in a way that maybe you don't get other places. So you can subscribe to me, but you're not going to get certain things. And I'm not stopping you to subscribe from anywhere else. You can do that. But you can't calm me down to talk a certain way. Let me talk how I want to talk and get to the facts. All right? Yes. Let me go to the comments right here. Yeah, man, we had to give him his ear time. Damian Dash says the youth may be complimenting Mr. Speed because he knows Mr. Speed of power. Damian Dash. The problem is Damian Dash. That is Damian. You are Dash where the reality to just continue in fantasy. Damian Dash. Yeah, that may I tell you straight. All right, because no, you see, you always have to find something different from what was presented. So if the youth just all right, Damian, listen to yourself. If the youth just a compliment him, Damian Dash, forget what he want. You know what that tells me? The youth is a con artist. So Damian Dash, one way or the other, it's
Him
not going to
definitely
go
a
on
label.
good.
Him a mislabel the young man.
So would you be happy for you to be a con man that is pretending to get what he wants?
And if you
And then
follow the
you happy with that,
conversation,
Damien?
if you follow the conversation, JD, the youth present the situation to Mr. Speed and use these words. You are the one I trust to give me good advice. And that the man follow it up with,
Yeah,
Him
yeah.
said, this is the case, Mr. Speed. I've been told this, I've been told this, I've been told this. But you are the one I I I believe will give me good information.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say everybody bad.
Mm-hmm.
Let's bundle it. Everybody bad. But of all the bad, Mr. Speed is the one in trust. So who's supposed
Yeah.
to get the credit?
If after all he heard, and these are
He
written
hear
statements,
everything. He
and
hear
him feels
everything.
it. All right.
Everything
Fear,
presented to him.
fear, pastor, fear.
Mr. Speed bad. Butler bad. The coach up a Hydel bad. The whole
Everybody.
world bad.
But him call a man for
But in
advice.
trust Mr. Speed.
Yeah.
Who should get the credit?
All right. So I don't
Who
know.
must get the credit?
So people, I think I need to go back and post the thing them in the Discord so people can keep up with it. I think that's
Why?
what I
I
need to
don't
do.
know.
All right, Pastor, let me just go through the comments then fast because we have to stop soon. And Mr. Revolution said, JD, I now agree with you. The kid did sign, but because of all the promises Butler gave him, he wanted to backtrack. Simple as that. And he wanted to do it now. And that was the problem. That was a simple problem with the money that came up. That's all. You know? Speed of dirty way mind ways too. Real baller. I remember him dissing Whisper as being average playing player, but in the end him better than other man. Real baller. Listen to me. See when Whisper that play at the time when Mr. Speed said that? Whisper that play with majority of the local players them. Whisper playing in the calls and never do nothing. Say if the man assess him as an average baller, I wouldn't have no problem with it. I am so you see the real baller, context matter. Context matter. Because even with the U20s, Whisper never deserve to make no U20. I'm tell Richie that. I say that over and over. Before remember the U20 was before Manning Cup, before him do anything. He never did nothing in the course, nothing at all. So people have to base you off what they did. So sometimes you see the real ballad problem is we just want to fight somebody. If we take out our art, everything will be okay. Just take out. Let me honestly listen to that person, yeah, and hear what he's saying, rather than me try to find something for fight with the person. Come on, man. I'm not saying what he said was completely right, or maybe the word that he used. I'm not saying that, But Whisper never did nothing. Nothing at all. They make the body fool you. Nothing at all. And me that scout the player. Nothing at all. He never do. In a no calls. In a nothing at all. All of the other man them that come from foreign and do them thing and deserve the position. At the time, the one in Jamaica that got the spot, which was from Mount Pleasant at the time, he was playing lights year above the Whisper. Lights year. If someone be better in the future, that not tell us just because they have matriculated in something else, but not mean in that time he deserve to make the U20. In that time, people have to say my star. Because me never have the ratings when me have him today, because he has changed and improved. That's why people context things, and that's why development has phases as well. So if a reason different man. From when I'm asking where Daniel Mitchell he was to be in Aston Villa. Yes, I remember that exactly. But nobody goes back to these things. So that's why the commenter have to refresh his memory because he's listening. So now he understands why we go to certain things, because we don't abide reality. We don't abide reality to make up story to continue fantasy. Martin says, real talk, JD, fanboy them, no education, just dunce like bat. All right. Butler selling the kids fake dreams based on his success with the two players them that could have perceived the exact way that you posted right here. All right, because if the kid don't go anywhere, what Damien Dasha goes come say, I someone have the power over you, then you have to play the games. No, you don't have to play no games. You don't have to play no games. In the same comment, the man say if you want to leave, Damien Dash, go read it something yourself. Me go put everything in there, the whole thing, and you read it from both the player and the man. Read it in the discard and stop that making up stories for follow a narrative. All right? Yes, just stop it, man. If you don't like the man, don't like him. No problem. Because me not like everything what him do either. Me not burn out Mr. Speed enough time. But why me can see say the man don't wrong in this situation, and then me give you the facts towards it, and then you are trying to make up a story for say, oh, or maybe act the youth to act. So now you're in the youth brain. You saw that sound, Pastor? In the youth brain them then,
throwing out, throwing out everything that he has said based on what has been presented to him. You go read the young man mind, disregarding all that he has said after he has assessed what is put before him. He has before him, going to college, which is organized and dealt with by the coaching staff at Hydel. He has before him the fact that he's signed to Cavalier. And then he's been presented with this monetary package that he believes transforms his present situation and is
Facts.
presently best for him.
Mm-hmm.
Having assessed that, he goes to the club where he is signed to get advice from the man who he trusts out of
Mm-hmm.
everybody to have his best interest at heart. And people dash away all of that. Figure reading mind. And all of these people who are reading minds, I don't know of none of them having a psychological degree at the master's level or above. And not even if you are Satan, you can't read mind.
All right.
The
So
reading
people,
of mind only is the prerogative of God alone.
so people,
So you're not qualified for analyze them, and you're not divine.
Pastor, you're so powerful. Look what you just said. You just said, them have the qualification to read people mind. But yet still them take up it on their heads to read people mind. But yet still everything they want to do is not to have a qualification for nothing at all.
Pick
So
up.
that's how they want every situation run. Don't want to pastor. That's how they want every situation run. So that's how they want make up story from the real from what we have can prove. You see why them in a this position? Because everything what they want to do is just off their presence. What they think in their head. That's
Mm.
it. It should not be no reality, not what we can prove. Why when so what happened if the youth come now with all the other information and say, yes man, sister me never sign it. We can look on it and say, yo, yes, you bring the facts now. So based on what Mr. Speed presented here, that simply means okay, something happened from point A to point B. So Mr. Spade should be beaten now. And it's okay because it's called being
And
objective.
we are not liable in it because we were working off what we were given. We are not liable in it in any way, shape,
Simple.
or
And we
form.
taught the facts. We be objective and we taught so we are the one being objective and we are the one being accused to be being biased. Oh my God. All right. JD, the kid is either a young liar or a young con man or a brainwashed youth. I say the latter. Okay. Well, boy.
And I wouldn't go so far, JD, to say he's brainwashed. He is not. He is seeking counsel, which
Mm-hmm.
means he has a challenge to make a decision, even though he has a preferred choice. So he goes to seek counsel. This kid is more educated than most of the people in the chat who are making these lame, lame comments. Because here's why, JD. Education is actually knowing where you are and seeking guidance to get to where you want to be.
Want to be. Facts.
You-
Facts.
right?
Facts. Facts.
And that is
Facts.
exactly what Forbes has done. He already have a where he believed the best thing for him right now is the monetary package that is presented to
Yes.
him.
Because he
But
evaluated
he
him
don't
own
want to
self.
just jump out and take it. So he go to the coach where him respect for, where him say him have respect for. One, because he signed to the place, so he needs to get clearance from there. And two, he have said it in the conversation, he said it about 3 or 4 times. He articulates his respect for Mr. Speed. So he goes to seek counsel because he wants to be sure that he has some kind of
Mm-hmm.
support for the decision we make. When Mr.
Facts.
Speed, when Mr. Speed mentioned his mother and father, he responded to that by saying, Mr. Speed, my mother and father are okay with it already.
All right.
So even though he got that from his mother and father, said this might be good to
Him
go,
still come to him after.
he
Yes.
still
Good
go to
point.
Mr.
Good point,
Speed.
Pastor. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. You're guys. We need 6 more to reach 100.
Me
That's the
not happy
guys.
like speed. Me not happy like speed to speak the
No
truth.
man. Pastor, just hold on. Pastor, let we remain calm now. We not need to go down angry because this was a brilliant show in the man. All right. We might have a signed pastor, We might have a signed pastor and 2 more people. But this can't hold more than 2 people on it. So we might have to find a way over fitting 2 more people, Because 2 sane human beings. Yes, we need some sensible people in the space, man. We have a lot of sensible people. Don't get me wrong, because I watched Coachy just the other day. They have done a brilliant interview with Mr. Speed. Who else watch Formula brought down a few things, did a very, very good job. All right. Yeah. So, and we have the young youth them coming through. 50-50. Me see my break down some things. Me see Premier 7 I do something. So we have a
Me
lot
hear
of
you did mention military
young
Guna. Me
quality
hear you did
players
mention military Guna
Jason
interview.
Guna, Me can't mention. Me try mention everybody. Manning's man. Me see Manning's man are doing thing too as well. So we need Cranky in us. Me try break it down to say we need Cranky. Me name with everybody. Because I don't want nobody beat me. You understand me? Yeah, man. So we have some good people. We are try uplift the category. Yeah, man. So I'm just try to get as much more the same human being and for chop up things. So if them can call me out here, me not a problem, because the one thing no good for, come here and beat me every week. I'm glad, me alright with it, because me learn from it and improve. All right, Mr. Revolution said majority of Phoenix players are barely on the JPL level, but Butler trying to force them into European teams, so they are gonna fall to the wayside. DJ Geeks, big of yourself, said some of them grown people, want sell the people them youth fake dreams, should not have access to the youths. And Damien Dash said, not picking sides, just thinking there is a lot of uncertainties. Yeah, but I understand Damien Dash, but the problem is I can't uncertain when I have some proof that people not trying to refute. If they had tried to refute it, then I would have waited. All right, because the youth now refute it because he agreed to the statements them in the dialogue, and that is my problem right here. JD, we're the parents of the kid. He said he spoke to them. Everybody make mistakes. Sign. He's a young man. Big of yourself, Akeem. Yeah, man. Cannot sign. Richie Robinson, a troublemaker, All right. Who for name in a call? All right.
JD, the question that is asked, can you sign a paper and not remember? The answer to that is yes. Mr. Edward Siaga borrowed $212 million for Carinosa Garden. And how much years after he signed there, remember?
Okay. So
$212 million for Carinosa Garden.
All right.
So you can sign a paper and not remember that you sign it. Especially when you're in a especially when you and you're not lying.
Right. And it's not like the opposing party saying.
It's not a lie. Especially when you're in a foreign country, in a casual conversation. Because he made the statement in Trinidad and somebody hear it in Trinidad and blow it out of proportion, which is what he said in the conversation with Mr. Speed. It was not a big thing.
Yes. So we're going to end it right there. So people, when you go and support GS Laguna, he's trying to talk football. All right. And I think he will sensible conversations until it goes to Arsenal. All right.
I am not getting involved with that one.
Okay. Yes, so GS Laguna, go and subscribe to GS Laguna. Go and subscribe to 50-50 Premier 7. Those are young guys coming through. Jason not so young, Jason old, but he's a young YouTuber. All right, so go and support him. Yes, him old like me.
Where you see a dying beard?
Yes,
where you see a dying beard?
Him head gray as well. Him on there act like him young. So go over there and support Jason Laguna. Yes, but those are two guys that are
there's an inquisition
will enhance the category. So subscribe to people that will enhance the category, because a long time.
JD, before you close, this man tell this man not to politically classify me.
Real Pastor, go on talk, Pastor. Me go put on my shoes, yeah? All right, go on talk.
Real baller, I am a Jamaican. I am not a political activist. And by the way, you're going to call me real comrade while I'm wearing my green shirt? Please, I do not want, hello, Gemma. I do not want to be politicized. I am a pastor. I pastor all people, despite their political affiliation. Okay? Leave it right there, so Mr. Real Baller. When people led with what they are not doing, they tend to go and do what they said they were not doing. I have very good genes, so my hair is all that gives away. Ah, let me just say it. Let me just say it and be
Uh,
finished with this.
Gemma, oh my God, Gemma love to come in my camera. Yes, so Pastor, Ge- Gemma is not no YouTube star. She need to go. She going to dancing class now, so I have to run out to dancing class because the kids them have to make
Uh
sure you're there with them. Yes, so yeah, man. So
Jenny,
people, I'm telling you, go and support the people them. We are trying to bring the category forward, and these are the people them. I'm not gonna vote for them, cause maybe them drink the cocoa juice soon. But Jason old, him not fair drink the cocoa juice. Supposed to done for him. Prepare
Lord
yourself
have
and 50-50
mercy.
can might drink the cocoa juice,
Our the
but
float
Jason should not
management
be
man.
drinking any cocoa juice. All right.
Imagine me I tell the man them said, do not
Less of
politicize the
JD and more of
pastor.
Gemma. There is no more of Gemma. People, have a nice day. Thank you, thank you. Gemma is gonna go to dancing class. More of Gemma. So I'm gonna bring her to dancing class now, people. Me and our mommy, home. So we are gonna get that thing done. So thanks it again. Uh, we are not. I'm not going to dance. I'm gonna just wait for her. All right. Big up yourself, Stefan. Yeah, man. People hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Pastor. Tomorrow we're gonna chop it up again. I know we can get a good 2 hour and 20 minutes. Appear 2 hours or under 2 hours. So people, massive respect again, top Pastor, and everyone in the chat. Big up on yourself. Take care. All right.